Hello, fellow pirates, and welcome back to Dreadlock Gaming. Today we're back on the private test server. Today we're going to check out the Helm books, your upgrades for your Helm operation, and the manufactories across the map. We're going to figure out which ones are probably the best to start out whenever the season starts, using some of your Helm leases. Which area, look at some of the bonuses and whatnot, and which books to upgrade first in your upgrades on your Helm desk. Now let's take a look at the Helm desk and your upgrades. Now, you're going to start off with Smuggler's Operations being fully upgraded. Now, this is probably, if you played in Season 2, you will probably more than likely have this. At least on the public test server, I think everybody has it. Empire Management. This is going to be the book that allows you to upgrade your manufactories and to get more manufactories to eventually own all of them. Assigned Ship Capacity Boost. This is going to increase the number of pieces of 8 you can carry on your ships. So you'll be able to carry more than the 610 that you could carry before. Vicious Tactics. This is the one that is going to improve whenever you do hostile takeovers and whatnot, like how much you get for sinking ships, killing towers, sinking opponents, if you're fighting somebody in a hostile takeover. And then the rest of them are going to be Sea People Efficiency, the Sea People Connections, Clan of Farah Connections, Campaign Royale Connections, Nguana Connections, Rampa Connections, and DMC Connections. The connections, the faction connection ones, are the ones that I would leave to last. I would do the Empire Management first. If you don't have... Actually, I would probably just do Empire Management first. And if you are a new player and you don't have the Smuggler's Operations, you're going to want to get that one done pretty quick too, because that is how you are going to produce your gold, skull, rum, and gin. It's going to allow you to produce your higher quality commodities from the Helm, along with your snuff and your opium. Then I would probably go for Vicious Tactics would be one, and Assigned Ship Capacity would be one that I would do probably later on for your ship management. But I'm going to do some upgrades on these right now, and we're going to see what we get. We got 10 manufactories there. Supply run bonus. Production cost control of territories. Manufacturing resilience. Okay, that's going to be for defense. Increase the number of manufacturers you can own. Reduce production cost. Supply run. Number of manufacturers. Production cost. Resilience for your defenses. Looks like that's what all that's going to be. Manufacturers, defense resilience, supply run stuff, and production. Okay. Empire management cost about 110,000 pieces of 8. Now, I'm going to go with vicious tactics next. That's for sinking ships, securing helm wagers, high value contracts from the helm, silver reward from heists, materials available whenever you plunder the fort, rogue hunt opportunities, hostile takeover silver reward, helm death mark, hostile takeover, I'm just going to go ahead and speed through these now because it looks like we're getting an idea of what they're going to be for smuggler skills. Smuggler skills is done. Let's see. That cost 30,000 pieces of 8. Now this one, 11. Ship capacity. Trade route efficiency. Transport time. Trade route bonuses, ship capacity, profit bonus for trade routes, transport time, trade route bonus, capacity, profit bonuses for trade routes, transport time. Okay. Now, I was at 306,000 pieces of 8. I'm at 99,000 pieces of 8. These three are going to cost you just over 200,000. So, empire management, shipping management, and smuggler skills. I might hold off on this one until I get some pieces of 8 rolling in on the ship management. I don't know, we'll see. And then these, your connections, your faction connections, build them up as you can. Like if you end up getting more places for sea people first, throw a couple into sea people. If you get more clan Farah, throw a couple into it. Build them up as you need them to improve which areas you have stuff. And remember, you get more bonuses whenever you control an entire territory than just individual factories. Now let's take a look at the map. Let's look at some of the stuff on the map. Alright. Looks like our trade routes went up from... Last season, they had been 7%. Before I did anything, they were 10%. So it looks like all of our trade routes are now up 2% at 12. Let's see. Let's go across the map. Yeah, it looks like all trade routes are now 12%. Something I want to point out. We have 2 new trade routes coming in from Machanga, going to the Arabian Peninsula. That is going north from northern Africa into the area of the map that is not uncovered. I'm really hoping that that is kind of significant, maybe a clue that we are going to get the rest of this map uncovered in Season 4, because these trade routes were not there before. We had other ones that that left the map, like down here, going to Europe, Europe, Europe. And then we had ones over here that went to East Asia. So I'm really hoping that these two trade routes that are now showing that weren't there for Season 2 or Season 1 are signifying that we will get the rest of the map opened up in Season 4. Now let's look at some of the bonuses and whatnot. Alright, for this area you get increased opium production by 10, 400 silver per hour. You're going to have increased production rate for Dutch, reduced fund cost for Dutch, 400 silver per hour. Nothing other than the auto collection, extra silver, extra Fara production, auto collection, extra silver, extra Fara, or reduced Fara funding. So that's basically what the bonuses that we're going to get. Campaign production, campaign funding reduced, rum production rate, Fara production rate, Fara and Sea People, silver, silver and gin, silver, Nguana funding, gin and silver and Nguana. Now, there is a new feature, the auto collect. What that does is it will automatically, no ships needed, pick up what is in that territory if you control all of that territory. And whenever you do that, it costs you 5% of what it's picking up. So if you're picking up 100, I'm just throwing numbers out there. If you pick up 100 pieces of 8, it will cost you 5 pieces of 8 to automatically pick it up all at once. No ships, no timer, no nothing. Now, not every territory has it. There are 12 in Africa that do not have it, and I'm talking 12 ports or manufactories. 12 in the East Indies that do not have auto pickup, and 12 in Africa, 12 in the Red Isles, and 16 in the East Indies. So 40 manufactories in total do not have the auto pickup. What I'm going to do, I'm probably not going to use the auto pickup. I'm probably going to do what I did for Season 2. I ran 28 pickup ships. I had 10 in the East Indies, 10 in Africa, and 8 in the Red Isles, and I migrated them from top to bottom almost every day. I will probably, with the junk coming into the game, the new ship, I will probably drop one runner ship in the Red Isles and run 10, 7, and 10. And just migrate them. That way I don't lose anything. So that's more than likely what I'm going to do. Now, if we look at things, with all of the bonuses that we have, I do not control any manufactories on the test server right now. I just didn't feel like going after that stuff. I wanted to check out the play of the game and everything, and I wanted to make some videos, point things out. So I haven't really had a lot of time to do this and manage my empire on the live server to finish off Season 2. If you look at this, so many trade routes coming into Usan Capital. Lots of trade routes in LAR. I think, comparatively speaking, Sunni Capital, not as productive as it used to be. The Sunni Capital area is not what I'm going to call the hotspot anymore. Now, Damai looks like it's pretty good. Now let's go over here. I think what I'm going to do is, with all of these trade routes going all over the place, you have 1, 2, 3. That covers every trade route associated in these sections, except for one. You've got one for a ship in this section that goes up to Granby. Aside from that, you've got massive amounts of trade routes going in and out of these 3 areas. I think these 3 areas are the ones that I'm going to focus on with my Helm leases. I think I've got 5 currently that should transfer over to the new season, and then I'll get whatever it is that they're rewarding us for having everything. Now, whenever it comes to areas in the Red Isle, let's see. I am probably going to do this area here that has Fort Delise. It has Campania bonus, and because it has lots and lots of trade routes. And then I will probably do the 2 lower ones in the Red Isles. The Eastern Isles and Southern Red Isles. So, where Mother Shipwrecks, that zone, and where Fort Delise is. And then whenever it comes to Africa, the zones here. Now, it doesn't look like Harufu has as many trade routes as it used to anymore. Doesn't look like this stuff. I mean, this one looks like it might be okay. But it doesn't look like there's as many trade routes in the northern part of Africa anymore. It looks like your strongest trade routes are going to be down here with the most trade routes. You're going to have ones that move all the way over to the Red Isles. They're going to feed here and here. And then probably this one. It's got trade routes that go all over the place, in and out. So I think that's what I'm going to go with, where I'm going to focus my attentions at first. Depending on how many Helm leases I end up with, I'm going to go the 3 lower areas in the East Indies is where I'm going to focus my attention. Now, I am going to go after hostile takeovers wherever they pop up if I need it, period. And then the 2 lower ones on the Red Isles and the 2 lower ones on Africa. I think that's where I'm going to try and focus my attention at first. I am going to go after every single one of them again this season. See how fast I can get everything. I think that about covers it all. Well, let's take a look at a few more things here. Now, it did say that the production costs on manufactories was lower, quite a bit lower. It said that in the patch notes. Let's see if there's anything different with the roving or attacking. We still got roving missions. We still have supply deals. We still have plunders and rogue hunts. I don't see anything else new. Let's see, we got order registries. I never mess with order registries. I just don't. I mean, you could if you wanted to. I just don't do it. It's an interesting little part of the game, but I never found any fun in it. As far as I know, there is nothing new when it comes to producing stuff. Still opium, snuff, rum, and gin. Yep, nothing different. And I think that about covers it for the Helm Network and Manufactories. Thanks for watching Dreadlight Gaming. Keep an eye out for more Skull and Bones videos coming soon. if I can, I will see if I can make 1 or 2 more videos about stuff on the public test server, or private test server rather. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, leave a comment. It helps the algorithm on YouTube. Also, check out my friend over on Banished Souls Official on YouTube. Come join us on Banished Souls on Discord. Links are below. And remember, never give up the ship.